So you ready?
We're ready.
Okay. Alright, Grandpa. This is, we have a couple of questions to ask you. So, we're actually going to start from the bottom, literally. So, you see these pictures here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me about these pictures? What are they?
They are, after I retired, I went out and I bought 120 acres of land out in the desert. And I paid $12,000 for it, and I paid $1,200 down. And so then I didn't have much money, but I borrowed money on my house, and I they put a well down and put concrete ditches and sprinkler systems in, and developed it to where it became valuable enough so that I sold it for I don't know, $60 or $70,000, which in those days was a lot of money, and that gave me some money to make other investments that I made throughout my retirement.
And where was that land?
It's about 6 or 7 miles straight south of here.
Okay.
At that
Wow.
time, it was out in the desert. Today, it is part of a golf course.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, money really doesn't go as far as it used to, does it?
But
Money doesn't really go as far as it used to,
No.
does it?
yeah,
Shame.
All right. Why don't you start from the top there, buddy?
Okay. So,
where did this come from?
It was on your wall.
Oh, this is a picture that was on the wall.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that. I looked at that and looked at it, and I thought, it looks like the picture on my wall, but I didn't
That's
think
what it was.
Yeah.
So what kind of crop is that in the bottom photo? Can you remember what you grew there?
That I think was hay,
Okay.
and that I had about 20 acres on the hillside on the sprinkler system in pasture, and I put the rest of it in hay, the other 100 acres in hay and grain, and then it was valuable to potato farmers, but raising potatoes was expensive, and I wasn't competent to do that, so I leased out 70 acres of it to a potato farmer,
Okay.
and we did fairly well on the first year we didn't do too well. The second year we made pretty good money on it, and then shortly after that I sold it. So
Well, that's a huge profit.
what?
That's a huge profit to buy it for 12,000 and sell it in a few years for 60. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tremendous.
wow.
All right, buddy.
I think it was 7. I think I sold it for 72,000. Come to think about it.
Okay.
A realtor came to me and he said, I want to buy the property. And I said, okay. Yeah, this is what happened. I said, I'll sell it to you for 60,000 today. But I said, a year from now, it'll be 10,000 more.
Huh?
So he came with these 60,000 about a year later, and I said, no. I told you it was going to be 70,000. So he went back to his buyer. They went for the 70,000.
All right.
So
Neat.
it was, I suppose, worth $1 million today. I don't know.
Well, if it's a golf course, it probably is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we ready to move on to the second question?
All right.
Question 2. Where did you and Gigi go on your first date?
I just don't, frankly, I don't remember.
Or any early date?
I assume we probably went to a picture show, but I don't know that.
So you would go on dates to like go to movies together?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a thing to do back in those days. People quite often went to went on a date while either you went to a movie and maybe then you went out and had a hamburger afterwards, or you go to dance. They had a ballroom out on the end of Warm Springs Avenue, and we used to go to dances there. And
Do you remember picking her up for a date and having all her brothers look you over? You had a lot of brothers, didn't you?
not particularly.
No,
No.
okay.
I really enjoyed her brothers, though. They were. I think they liked me, and I enjoyed them, and I enjoyed her mother was something else, and her.
Is that good something else or bad something else?
Good.
Good, okay.
She raised these
She
four.
raised them all by
She
herself.
raised these 5 kids, and I remember when she acted as a practical nurse for some doctor for a while, and then finally she made tents for a tent company to support these 5 kids.
Wow.
And she was just a super person, and of course I knew her mother and her aunt. In fact, is kind of a.
Should I go?
You might be
Should I
going to get a picture?
Should
I think he's gonna go get a picture.
Should I go?
No, just stay here.
Okay.
I'm sure he's coming back.
Okay. Yep, he's heading back.
Jake.
Oh.
Here's a little box. You might
Oh.
read what it says about it.
What is that?
And I think it's
Dean, can you read it?
I think I'll try. Elizabeth Mary. I can't read this. Something 25th, 1908.
Wow.
But, given, wait.
In the year of 1908,
In the
Elizabeth
year of
Moss,
1908.
Parma, Idaho. Parma, Idaho.
Is there anything in here that you would like us to look at, or is it just a box?
So where did this box come from?
What's that?
Where did the box come from?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I just happened to notice it, and he was thinking about something old, and I was thinking, well, that's something that's old.
Sure.
Now that Aunt Lizzie, that was Aunt Lizzie. She was a old maid until she was 70 years old,
I remember.
and she finally got married when she was 70 years old.
Wow.
And she was, of course, Agnes's aunt,
Yeah.
and she was just extremely close to Agnes. She's just like her, almost like her mother. And Kristen Dale knew her too. I don't think Kristen Dale didn't know Agnes's mother. I don't think they wouldn't remember her. They were alive, but I don't think that they would remember her mother. But I think they would remember her mother. But I don't think they would remember her mother.
Right.
But they would. They remember Aunt Lizzie.
I remember Aunt Lizzie.
Oh, do you remember Aunt Lizzie?
I remember her and her Volkswagen Bug, the white Volkswagen Bug. Wasn't that hers?
No.
No?
No, she knew. No.
Who had the Volkswagen Bug before you guys got it?
Oh, that was my sister.
that was your sister.
That was my sister,
I got
Ruth.
mixed up there.